Hello, this is Frederick Lecotte with Mosaic Blues. Today I would like to speak to you about my series of mosaic portraits of the eyes of Yazidi refugees. But to start with, who are the Yazidis? The Yazidis are a minority religious group originally from Iraq and northern Syria. They have been there for centuries. Their religion is monotheistic, and over the course of centuries it has also incorporated elements of other cults and religions. Now in 2014, in August 2014, because they are not Muslim, ISIS started a genocide against the Yazidis. They have executed, massacred, tortured thousands of their men and young boys. They also abducted their wives, sisters, daughters, all their girls, to put them in sexual slavery. Now early in 2015, I started to wonder, what can I do to help these people with my mosaics? I wanted to bring awareness to the rest of the world about their suffering, but also about their resilience and the hope. I also wanted to help them financially. So my work would have to capture their souls, the depth of their suffering and their admirable resilience. As it is often said, the eyes are the mirror of the soul. That was it. I found it. I was going to create huge, dramatic, extravagant mosaics of the eyes of these Yazidi refugees. I had started crafting eyes mosaics in 2012 and done pretty well with it, got a couple of awards and orders. My work had evolved since with new materials and techniques, but for the Yazidi I wanted to do something really special. So I came up with a new technique which I call Opus Pixelatum. To my knowledge, nobody else in the world uses this technique, and it's really dramatic and stunning. So I have built 8 mosaics which really capture the soul of 6 Yazidi people, 5 kids and 1 young woman who is fighting back for her people. Now, these mosaics will be sold or auctions later this fall 2016, and I will donate 50% of the profit of the sale to the Free Yazidi Foundation, a non-governmental organization based in the Netherlands, and that is dedicated to helping the Yazidis in these camps in Iraq. Now let's go see all these mosaics. And is the first mosaic of the set I built. It's the portrait of the eyes of a little boy who must be 3 to 4 years old at the most, and with his eyes are big, open, wide, with surprise apparently. And this is all I know about him. You know, I've built these mosaics out of anonymous pictures, some of them sent to me by the Free Yazidi Foundation, and this is all I know about them. You can see the original pictures on my website at mosaicblues.com. So here we have Yazidi 02. This is the second mosaic I built in that set, and it's based on the same model as Yazidi 01. When I completed 01 in the sepia tones, I was not very happy with what I'd done, so I thought, well, I'm going to redo that one, and I changed a little bit the design, the way I analyzed it, and I did this one in black and white instead of the sepia tones. And now when I see them both side by side, really I'm not sure which one I like the best, so I'll leave that to your appreciation. So Yazidi 02 is this little boy with the wide open eyes. So this is Yazidi 11. These are the eyes of a beautiful blue-eyed blonde little girl. She must not be older than 6, and she had been traveling in the desert during the summer of 2014 to escape the barbarians with her parents. So when she arrived at the refugee camp, she had been sunburnt a little bit. So here she's taking shelter from the sun under her hands to look at the photographs. So beautiful little girl, Yazidi 13. So here we have Yazidi 13, and I really love this this picture, because you can see this young boy. He's a young teenager, you know, 11, 13 years old, something like that, and he's still smiling. Doesn't matter what he has witnessed, what he's seen, what allowed him to survive, but this young boy has still a small smile on his face while he's looking at the camera. And I think this is very hopeful. That shows the resilience of these Yazidi people and of their culture. This is very, very, very hopeful. And so here we have Yazidi 20. This is the portrait of a young girl, probably 11, 13 years old, and she has a very serious look in her eyes, as if she might have seen something that were not meant to be seen by a child her age. Like I said earlier, I don't know the individual stories of these people I made the portraits, and so I would like to be able to tell you that this young lady escaped safely from the barbarians, but I'm not sure about that. So here we have Yazidi 21. This is the portrait of a young preteen boy. He must be between 9 and 11 years old, and he has the same kind of expression you find in Yazidi 1 or 2. The first little boy, much younger, with the eyes open wide, some kind of surprise or maybe worried about something. So I don't know what this boy has seen before he arrived to the refugee camp. I hope it was not too terrible, you know. Lots of kids arrive there by themselves. They're orphans now. They have been separated from the rest of their families. All I can do is try to share the intensity of their expression with you, and hope you convey that to the rest of the world. Maybe are interested in helping the cause of the Yazidi people. So here we have Yazidi 36, and that's very interesting. This is not a child, this is a young woman, a brave one, who took arms to go fight the barbaric ISIS people, to defend and avenge her sisters, mothers and daughters. So she's part of one of these one of the women-only guerrilla that are based at Mount Sinjar. And what is interesting about these ladies is that the terrorists really fear them terribly, because they believe that if they are killed by a woman, they will not go to heaven. So this is Yazidi 36, a brave Yazidi soldier. So here we have Yazidi 37. This is a piece I really like. It's the last one I've produced. You know, it was about a year before the first one and this one, and so my technique had evolved, and I decided to experiment a little bit with Yazidi 37. This is this young warrior who took the arms to go fight the enemies of her people. And so I experimented a little bit. I used color tiles that I had not used in the previous ones, and I used also iridescent tiles. So you can see here some of the reflections of the sun. Well, this beautiful Alabama sun behind me on the eyes, and you can see the iridescence of some of the tiles. I really had a good time building this Yezidi 37. It's very stunning piece. So all these mosaics that I just showed to you, you can find them back on my site at www.mosaicblues.com. So I invite you to visit to see them again and see other mosaics if you enjoy it. There are lots of other eyes there of regular people and of other refugees also. I also invite you to visit the site of the Free Yazidi Foundation at www.freeyezidi.org, and there you will be able to see what they are doing on site in Iraq to help the Yazidi people. You'll see pictures of the children and of adults who have been helped by them and are still being helped by them. Voilà. So this is Frederick Leggett with Mosaic Blues, and I will put other information at the end of the video. Please do not hesitate to contact me. We will need help to organize sales or auction for these mosaics. All the help we can get will be very welcome. Thank you very much.